Hello and welcome to the Crypto Kingdom, guys. Welcome to the Crypto Kingdom. This is London. We are so excited to come to you now. We have a big special kind of live stream on Harmony One, guys. Harmony One has just been flying through the roof. We wanted to, I know it's late, we wanted to go ahead and bring you information, okay, on Harmony One. Now it's gone up about 60%. You guys know that we cover Harmony One here on the channel. We started off as a Harmony One kind of channel, so we're very fortunate to have you guys here. We're very fortunate to have our returning loyal subscribers. We're going to talk to you about how we knew this entrance price, okay? We knew the entry price long before it hit, okay? So this 60%, you guys, we also covered Dogecoin, Bitcoin, altcoins, everything. The big news of this evening, okay, of this morning, I guess. It's already morning. Happy early morning. Welcome to the Crypto Kingdom. And what we do here, guys, we provide you pricing targets. Everyone knows that we provide you pricing targets. And we made a short video earlier on Harmony One in this trade, which executed very positively, okay? Extremely positively. It was just a very, just a magical kind of deal. And in terms of the actual pricing action, to ultimately to the upside that it received, what we looked at is the Fibonacci's on it were very clear indicators to us in terms of what the pricing entrance was going to be. Okay, what was it's easy, we know the old routine, right? You need to buy low, sell high. Well, how do we achieve that? Well, while something is retracing like Harmony One was, and it experienced, what was it, a 20x on your money over a period of time. Well, it reached ultimately about 20 cents. Then we had drawn in these Fibonacci's, guys. We deal with Fibonacci's day in and day out. That's what we deal with. Big congratulations to the crew, this Harmony One, all the Harmonauts, you guys, and you Dogecoin and Bitcoin holders, etc. But we just think, I've been telling you guys that Harmony One is the long lost brother of Dogecoin, okay? It just has that kind of pull to it. So we've been discussing, and everyone has been learning, the golden pocket, the 61.8% retracement. That's 61% of a retracement, okay, or a temporary fall in price, okay, kind of a short little correction if you want to call that, but downward price action, 61% of the overall price action that it had essentially run up, 61% on the way back down. That's the golden pocket, guys. That's the 61.8 or to the 65, okay, 65% retracement. That's the key indicated level that I've talked to you guys this entire time where you've been saying, everything's falling, London, what are we going to do? Well, we've been hitting these different retracement levels, okay? We've been talking about in this kind of upper area, this upper tier, there's not a lot to maybe invest. Why? Because it's still pretty expensive, relatively expensive in here, okay? As we go, certainly in the red zone, there's kind of no demand. If we're looking for an entry price, we never buy high. We just don't buy high, guys. We let the price go ahead and retrace, and you'll notice after every single escalation in price, there is a small retracement. Okay, so every time it does go up, there is a retracement. Every time it goes up, there's a retracement, and again, at the peak here and around the 20 cents, there is a retracement. I think that peak is about 22 cents to be exact. So we're highlighting this phenomenal trade here, guys. And you guys, I know some of you are up right now because you're up, literally in the stratosphere in terms of your returns. Okay, some of you are up. We have to look at this, guys. You've been up 65%. So yeah, I thought it's almost midnight, and I kind of wanted to see what it was going to do, but 65% on a trade, guys, that we have been talking about on the channel here in terms of an indicator and price, a good entry price for the thousands of people that ultimately watch these videos. Yeah, I think we need to get on and talk about the fact, even though it's midnight, I know some of you are up, and yeah, we have experienced a 65% increase in your money. And the thing is, we've been discussing that this level down in here, the entry price, would include a heavier amount of cash. Okay, so it's not just 65% on maybe $100 or $200. If we follow the rationale of a demand curve, okay, we're going to be looking at, as these tiers go down and along, let's move over here, these kind of the light green section, okay, into the heavier green. We might want to double down, okay? We might want to go from, say, $100 to maybe $200 in this area, okay? And that maybe $1,000 and $2,000. I don't know what your risk tolerance is. This is not financial advice. It's not. I'm not intending to be your money manager. This is just an idea that we can put together so we understand the demand curve and the price action, okay? We understand that prices go down after they go up. There's kind of a, there's an ebb and flow to this, but there's a strategy that we can use that includes accumulating more coins at a lower price, guys. That's just crucial. We want to lower our cost basis, and that cost basis is the price per coin. So as you look at that, you diehard Harmony guys, and the rest of you who like to trade, we came up with this exact figure. Okay, this exact figure was drawn in like it was a line in the sand for a long time. As things continued to drop down, we kept referring to that golden pocket down here, and you guys know that. And when you guys locked in, you didn't want to move. I think I told some people, you could just take a nice little trade right here. No one wanted to move. No one wanted to do anything. So you guys touched back again to that golden pocket. You got a reconfirmation at the level of the golden pocket, and then it was just over, guys. It was literally just over. And again, we've talked about this level of retracement for probably, I'd say 2 or 3 weeks as being an area that's not just maybe $100 involved. And again, on the example level, let's say in this real green area, not the light green, but the real green area, the darker green, let's say maybe 200, we double down. Then this one, we're going to probably triple down, huh? Double and triple down. Yeah, we'll triple down into probably 200, maybe we go to 600, right? This next level, well, we're going to triple down that. Maybe we go to like 1800. So this has been the area in which, and again, it could be 1,000 on top. It could be 2,000. For all we know, it could be your risk tolerance. It may be like 18,000 in and along this lower level here. So I'm not going to, ever tell you this is the amount of money to invest. What I'm going to tell you is give you a setup that has you more heavyweight on the downside with your money in kind of a protected area where you're getting a better value. Okay. People who come to me and tell me, London, what do I do now? I bought in everything in this level too high. I don't know what to do now. Should I sell? Should I this and that? And I tell them, the problem is it's not just you always make the decision, or people make a decision on what they want to get invested in. We like the story. We like what's going to happen, where it's going. Well, it still doesn't mean you buy high. We never buy high, guys. We always look for that lower price. We always look for that interim, let's say the interim retracement or the larger overall retracement. Okay, and guys, today the news is I want to bring this up to you guys. Today the news is Elon Musk. Let's flip over to Bitcoin just briefly. It's been driving the markets, you guys. A lot has taken off, including Harmony One and Dogecoin, etc., because Bitcoin has had a little bit of a recovery. Now the news today is that Elon Musk sold some of the Bitcoin from Tesla. So that's a big issue, guys. It's a big issue because I want you guys to know, even you real staunch kind of holders, okay, you guys who want to hold and that's it. Even Elon Musk, and you guys, it may have been difficult for you to get through parts of the discussion here, okay, throughout the several weeks, because why is he buying and selling? Why are they involved in this day trading? I'll tell you guys, even Elon Musk now, who's been at the forefront of the cryptocurrency market, okay, at the forefront of it, both in the terms of personally and business. Personally, I'd say with Dogecoin, business with Tesla and Bitcoin. Now, listen, even he is now admitting to you guys, he's admitting to the world, yeah, okay, I trade. We need to trade, okay? So that's phenomenal news for this station and for the group of you guys who are looking at that and being like, yep, it seems like we have marching orders now, at least a confirmation of the marching orders that we have been taking. Now, Bitcoin's very interesting. We haven't moved this, guys. This is the line in the sand that it has decided to creep back up over the top of. Now, you heard our analysis last night, didn't you? If you were wondering whether or not that was going to happen, you heard exactly. Now, first of all, you did hear also, in terms of the breakout of this pattern, while everyone was encouraging people to take out short positions, go options, heavy on the leverage, etc. No, that's not what we were doing. We'll get right back to Harmony One in just a second, guys. Just a second. Let's get through this real quickly and why this has jumped back up and what it might mean for your other holdings in your alts, like Harmony One and Doge and any other alts that you have. Okay, so it has crept back up into this red zone, right? Well, how did we know it was going to do that yesterday when it was about here? Well, we mentioned it really wouldn't be that surprising. Why? Well, if we look at the overall retracement period, let's get our ruler out here and let's look at the retracement. Let's see this period of retracement here. Let's just measure that top to bottom. I'll bring that over, but top to bottom looks like about a 25%, right? And we did kind of a threshold analysis yesterday. We said, okay, if that's 25%, we want to know precisely, what's kind of the threshold? What can the previous intervals tell us about that level of retracement? Well, let's look at this level of retracement. Let's see here. Well, hey, look there, guys. It's 25% in and along this area. Isn't that nice? 25%, 25%. Let's look in here. What's this? About 29, maybe 29%, a little bit more. So 29, 25. What's this one here? Let's look at this threshold, or at least this specific interval. About 17. So 29, 25, 17. This one is what? 25. Okay, so as we look at that, as we do kind of a derivative analysis, as we bring forward those periods and say, well, okay, should this be, that's about reach the threshold? Yeah, we said last night that's about reach the threshold, right? So it's not really guesswork, it's applying the historical to the current interval. And that is that is the definition of technical analysis, okay? It's the application of essentially patterns, pattern recognition and historical pricing to the instant pricing action to predict or to give you a direction that things are going to move so you can capitalize on that. So we've seen kind of like a very odd kind of complicated, bottom out here. We'll just say a double bottom in terms of the support that it's reached. And yeah, it has. This is the important thing for all your holdings, guys, right now as you're projecting out. It has crept back up above this line, okay? And this line is a crucial line, guys. This is 23.6. That's that first line of retracement. We focus on, guys, I don't know anything else but Fibonacci's, okay? They're very important. They're pre-calculated, essentially pre-calculated mathematical levels of retracement. They represent percentages of retracement or drops in the price after it has reached essentially a new high or a high event on kind of an overall aggregate level or an individualized kind of frequency level. So let's look at let's go back to Harmony 1. How about that? Because Harmony 1, I want to know if you're going to double your money on Harmony 1 with our trade, guys. I really want to know that. Now, we've crept back up just above that line. It looks like we might hold it, huh? I really think it looks like we're going to hold that top level, that fib, that 23.6% fib, that top level. Now, as we look back at Harmony 1, guys, look at this. It's really beautiful. That's exactly our target. You guys know that. We discussed that for, how long have we discussed that? So much. It was just like everyone had their orders in, no problem. It's like, let's move on to something else. That's literally just a part of the technology book right now, in terms of what's stored in your books, what's stored on your trades. That's your program trades that you guys have implemented. So 60%. Some of you wanted a little bit more of a discount. That's fine. You got in a little bit better than that. Looks like the maxed out trade in and around here is about 75% so far. So yeah, I want to know, are you guys going to make twice your money? Are you going to do that? Because you held through this area. I know you did. We talked about it. I'm like, you guys just do not want to hold, or you do not want to sell. I'm sorry. But it was just clear. It's like no one wants to sell this. You bought in at the golden pocket. You used the great entry prices that we had, and you didn't want to sell. So, and I think you put in enough money. You were convinced of the long-term fundamentals of it, and that's part of the equation here too. Is are you really a believer in the investment that you're involved in? And with Harmony One, we have been, and we are. We like the management team. We're very happy with the way that they've been, just consistently bringing us, new innovations and new partnerships and new kind of technology in and around different groups. So what we would like to see here, just so you guys know, we'd like to see this bounce and use this as a line of, it turns into one of two stories here. Let's go into a polyline real quickly so you guys can kind of see, and we'll zoom in just a little bit. Let's do this first of all. Let's measure this so you guys can see, exactly with where we have been to where we're at. You've maxed out in excess of 50%, guys. That's the pricing target, in and around this area. Just didn't want to do anything other than it double touched, and look at you guys, you're just phenomenal to the upside. So a lot of you are telling me we hit the pricing target, we held, we waited, and look, we're in the money, 70, some of you 70%, depending on where you got in. Others of you, it's a beautiful day, guys. I think you guys beat every other channel today in terms of the gains, unless it was on some smaller cap issue. Literally, Harmony One has just taken it to another level. So, and people who don't know, you Dogecoin holders and you Bitcoin traders and you other altcoin guys, when I talk about Harmony One has incredible price action, yeah, this is what I'm talking about, guys. It literally can just jump up and surprise everyone. This is why a lot of people are involved in it. Because look at all these incredible trajectories, guys. It's not the first time it's decided to take off for 50, 60%. That was 86%, 90%. Okay, that's a 90% run up on this specific move and then around from the about 6 cents to 9 cents, all right? Huge move, right? Another one here, okay? So we're looking at, applying a frequency basis. How high can you go? This one about 50%, okay? So this one here, about 50% again. So we're looking at huge gains up to 90% previously. This in the context of kind of the pricing dynamic of where you were at has already turned into a really phenomenal trade. I just got to tell you guys, it's been a phenomenal trade. Whenever you pull the whenever you pull the limit on it, say, okay, we've reached the threshold. A lot of you want to just hold on to this for a good period of time. One of the issues I want to really discuss with you guys, I really want to discuss this, and it's very important in terms of your trading, your ability to trade, and I'd say kind of act rationally. In terms of your expectations, and if it's not advice, I don't give financial advice, but it's just a little bit of wisdom. Some of us have this belief in our mind when we trade, and we believe that something may happen, and we're not sure what, but something could occur to where maybe it won't just go up 50 or 100% right now. Maybe it won't just go up to possibly 13 or 14 or 15 cents. Some people leave open the remote hope and possibility that there might be a chance that something could occur and this price could literally go to $1 or to 80 cents or to something dramatically higher, that it could just literally decide to go up just almost to infinity immediately. It could go up to almost $2. Let's say it went up 1,758%, okay? Up to $2. Now, people have that in their mindset sometimes. They literally believe they don't want the experience to ever stop in terms of the positive price action. And they think there could be kind of like a great reset or something to happen. And I bring that up because, guys, I interact with you guys on the Discord. I interact with you on the Twitter. And I know who you are. You're nice people. And you're looking towards having some really great skills. The notion, okay, that we all think it's a natural thing. Maybe it would just go up overnight. Something huge would happen, a big deal, and it goes up to $1 overnight. Guys, that's going to be very rare. I'm going to say just extraordinarily rare. So rare that it's going to be difficult for us to find an example of that, I would say. Depending upon market cap and kind of historical prices of what things happen, I don't want to compromise anything, because you can get there very quickly if it decides to run 50% or 100% and then 50 or 100% again. You can get there very quickly, but we do have this notion, guys, that something could happen tonight or in the morning, and it could almost immediately, it could attract, $100 billion immediately overnight, and it could go to like $1, etc. It could just fly through the roof in terms of its pricing. The more probable, realistic scenario that I want you guys to focus on is that this is going to do something along the lines of this. It's going to try and do something along the lines of this. And that's a very bullish scenario. If it tried to do something like this, then it may decide to do something like this. Okay? Then it may decide to do something else like this. And this is kind of a more realistic approach as you look at, and we talk about the fact that like even Elon Musk has decided to sell some of his Bitcoin. They're going to be trading in and out of the market. They may be testing liquidity, going through a lot of different functions. But we thought the holder king, right? The king of holding, that he was going to literally hold everything forever. Okay? No, that's not the case. So as you look at your experience here, just consider, that in and along this, you may want to sell at a really high price. You may want to buy back and accumulate like you just did, because a lot of you just accumulated in this excellent zone, in this golden pocket, right? So you understand what value there is in terms of buying on a discount, guys. And so, it could go to something like this. You just don't know. If you can profit, in and around 50% or put together or double your coins, let's say if you could double your position in an asset, okay, or double your position in any kind of financial vehicle that you might look at. You definitely want to do that. You definitely wouldn't have wanted to necessarily just ride this down if you could have prevented it. You can see the utility in terms of maximizing your profits here, okay? If you were to exit here and re-enter, let's re-enter the first level. And what would you made there if you re-entered the first level? About 15, 20% maximum. You might have wanted just 10%. The next level, you might have wanted just 10%. This level you're getting, and you got more than that. I think if we recall, was that about 30% on this next one? There are opportunities for 30% or 50%. Now you're at this level. I'm just going to say, every single level of this decides to go down. I had a discussion tonight with somebody. It was very interesting because we looked at some different charts, and they were telling me, they were saying, well, we'd look at a chart and we'd pull this up, and they would say, well, I really hope that goes up soon. I really hope that goes up soon. And it's interesting because I have a background where I've looked at shorts, I've looked at options, I've looked at puts and calls, short and long positions. Long meaning you're expecting the price, you're betting on the price to go up. Short meaning that you expect the price to go down, okay? You have puts and calls. A call is that you're long, you're expecting it to go up. A put That's a call. It's going to go long. Okay, that means it's going a put, or a short means it's going to go down. I frame my mind around those things and have for years, just because it makes you understand a different dynamic. Not that I'm ever hoping the price will go down. Never. I'm never hoping that the price will go down. If I go short, or I put a stock, or I enter into a short position, okay, and you can buy or sell puts. It gets confusing, guys. I won't go through all the details, but I do want you to know, if I'm in a position and I look at this chart, okay, if I look at this chart at all, what I like is the fact that, well, it's presented multiple opportunities within here to make money. And people don't look at that. People look at the fact, oh, it's had some trouble soon, it should be going up. I look at this area right in here as huge money-making opportunity. Of course, I look at this as easy money-making opportunity. That's just easy money, right? You have to apply some skill, okay? You have to do some targeted purchases. You have to literally come up with your price targets. But this area right in here, guys, that's where you make money. It's very easy. You're on a retracement schedule. The only thing you have to do is use the program to help you gain the entry points. That's it. Okay, then you have to schedule it up in a way to where you actually can, stay in line with the demand curve. Okay, to where you're not just leveraging in. Let's say you just leverage in, like, I have $15,000. I'm putting $15,000 in right now. I can't wait for it to go up. Well, if it drops down to the next level, you can't even trade the next level, guys. That's why I always talk about just peppering in. Just pepper in a little bit of money up top. That's my philosophy, and that's this idea of doubling down in the next level. Say $200 in the next level. Then let's say we triple it down. Okay, let's say $600, fine. And let's go ahead and triple that. Let's do $1,800. Okay, what if we tripled and we did $5,400? Okay, now you see, we've been talking about that the whole time. Now, what has that done? That has prevented people in this channel. It's prevented people, and guys, we apply this with Doge, we apply this with Bitcoin, we apply with anything. This is just an example right now. If something retraces, I kind of force myself, just pepper in a little bit of money. I want to get more involved in it. I love the story, but I'm going to pepper in just a little bit of money up top in this first green area, okay? Then as it drops down, I'm going to double down. Okay, it's still a light amount of money, but it's become a little less expensive. So as the demand curve says, okay, at a very expensive price in the demand curve, there's going to be no demand. As it gets a little bit more reasonable, even though it's expensive, I'll have a little bit of a demand, and I want to catch the possibility. Okay, I want to catch the possibility of the exposure towards it possibly going up from that area. It's a little less likely that it would go up given the fact it's experiencing a retracement. In the next level, it's a little bit more likely that maybe it's going to go up, and it's a little bit more reasonable in terms of pricing, guys. So as that occurs, when I double and triple down through here, what am I doing? I'm preserving more cash. Okay, and the cash gets input at this level, which if we're doubling down, it gets quick, guys. If we double and triple down, it's 100, it's 200, and let's triple, 600. This one goes 1,800. All right, so we're in this, and we've been talking about this 1,800. I've said many times it could be 18,000. All right, whatever your position is, etc. It could be 18 million, it could be 180,000, whatever your position is. But you always still have we still have this reserve. Okay, we're still not fully involved in this level. Okay, we still have a reserve if and when needed. Okay, but you can see how dynamically this has worked and how beautifully this has worked for people who've been patient and have followed kind of a strategy. It's the strategy that I put forth. So I've followed this strategy the entirety of the time here. It has resulted in a larger exposure, the largest exposure you could have thus far. Okay, if you have watched, I'd say if you followed this trajectory down, because any larger amount of money put in at the higher levels, and you could have just waited for the entirety of it, I'll say that, but you also, I don't think that's necessarily wise in my opinion, okay, just an opinion, because you also would have missed an opportunity to potentially trade and you could have made 20%, you could have practiced a little bit on your trading, you could have made 20% on this first level. All right, and that's when it hits a strike price, the difference between the strike price and where it goes up to, okay, the next level down. Yeah, you could have made another 10%, 10-15% or so. And you had some incidences in here where it was really nice. And we calculated through a lot of these. If we go to the candles, it's going to tell a little bit different of a story. Actually, you're at this level here. And at this level, this was a 30%. You guys remember that one? I remember all these levels very well and who all made money. Was it 30 to 50% on that level? So this is the price action, guys. This is Harmony One. It's got phenomenal price action. I'm not surprised to see this at all. In fact, we have been talking about this for a long time. We have been talking about this, guys, since, I don't want to say a month already. For a month, we've been talking about this. Good heavens. We've been talking about this for a month in terms of the pricing action and what's going to go on here. And people may be a little frustrated. Well, the last few days you haven't been talking about it. Well, we have 15 to 20 videos on it in terms of our pricing target right here. So, and what has it done? As I've talked about, just pepper in a little bit of money up top, just a little bit, to try and get you in a mindset that maybe you don't need to invest all of your money up top. Why? Because there's a better price down here. And if you over leveraged up top, you've been writing me that you're over leveraged, and now you're like, finally, the price is going back up. The whole time you could have been waiting, okay, for the retracement, and you could have gotten involved here, okay, or you could have just peppered in. You know, you could have taken a lot of profits, and you could have decided, I'm going to let this kind of go down. I'm going to take like 90% of 90. What if you took 95% of your money out up here? What if you decided, I'm going to put it back in here? Okay, now you don't have to trade like Elon Musk trades. Okay, now he may not have taken 95% out, but you don't necessarily have to, you don't have to hold everything. And I like the news for Elon because it rearranges your ability to understand the kind of your liquidity in a market. And I think that's important. I had a discussion today with someone. He brought up the fact, well, what if such and such exchange ever has a problem and you can't get your stuff out? I thought that was great. I thought that was a really wise thing for him to have said. So gauging your liquidity, becoming a more sophisticated trader, those are the types of things that we want to focus in on. And it's not that you have to cut loose up top and you have to just completely take off and just take your profits and that's it. That's not the point. But when we have an opportunity to work in line with the demand curve, with the rationale of an economically sound, let's say an economically sound and a business. Kind of a business mind that's rational, and that it reinforces the principles of the lower the price, the more demand we have, guys. Very simply put. Okay, so where you're at now in Harmony One, let's just take a look. This rocket, the rocket, you guys have earned that rocket like nobody's business. All right, that is yours. All right, you can paint it whatever color you want. How about that? Let's get into this and just look at. Kind of what it's doing, kind of on a frequency interval basis, what I would expect. I think I got that out in the Twitter earlier on, and you guys on Twitter, follow us on Twitter. You guys know that, right? We give you all the pricing targets. This pricing target, literally, that's gone up 60-70%. We gave that to people weeks in advance. That was literally part of a program trade that we had kind of initiated in terms of a strategy, initiated weeks ago, guys. So it's no surprise to us. It's up 60-70%. That's what we do on this channel. We literally go through pricing targets all the time, guys. So in Twitter, type in The Kingdom, okay? TheKingdom. You're going to have to go to the bottom, scroll to the bottom, and in here it will say, go to the kingdom, right here, go to the kingdom. Click on that. It won't be one of the profiles in here. Click go to the kingdom, all right? Now you'll see this is our Twitter page. Go ahead and click, turn on notifications and that little bell. If you'll turn that notification on and follow, it will really help you get the information. And guys, we publish the trades. I mean, it's real simple, guys. We publish the trade. We publish this action. It's just, it's very clear once we get into this. Let me look. Yeah, we'll publish, what's taking off, where exactly the pricing targets are, what's breaking out and where and why. And it's not too technical. Some of it's very simple, but for those of you who like charts, okay, our Twitter, we are into this stuff. We have, between a dozen, 2 dozen. If we just tweet generic stuff, we get thousands of people that like it. If we tweet into like serious stuff like this, this was on Dogecoin, for instance. This is what we do, guys. We're very into this in terms of giving you the technicals required so that you can execute your trades. We believe that to be like fundamentally important, okay? We also have a Discord server. Guys, the Discord server is doing great. And we have a bunch of alpha traders. I'm going to tell you guys, the traders who focus on alpha, that's the percentage by which you're able to beat the market, okay? As things are retracing, can you beat the market? Can you trade and actually beat the market? If it's up 50%, if this stock's up 200%, can you beat it and make 400%? You can. Okay, it sounds like too good to be true. We really focus on some great fundamentals, and it's not guaranteed, certainly, but it's a process to get into to try and achieve greater gains than the market. Okay, that's what we focus on. We want to trade like Elon's trading today. We want to. He sold out some Bitcoin, right? That's a big move, but we want to do what they're doing, and I've been talking about that for a long time. And a lot of you have been frustrated, a little bit angry, but I think most of you have understood. No, that's more intelligent intelligent. So Elon is now on board with selling out positions and getting back into positions. So shout out to his crew, etc. Any of those of you who will listen to this that are affiliated with Tesla or Elon, we appreciate you guys listening. And yeah, it's a pleasure to be a leader in the Harmony One and Dogecoin and Bitcoin kind of markets in terms of our exposure. We have about anywhere from 5 to 10,000 on a big video will be watched, but it's a sophisticated crowd, guys. It's money managers or it's regional VPs. We have a good crowd. I'll leave it at that, guys. We've been on conference calls. You guys have impressed me. Regional VPs of major corporations. I'm like, very good, very good. I'm honored to have you guys around me. Certainly. Great business backgrounds. You guys have really worked hard to get where you're at. So as we look at this, let's just draw in a polyline, okay? Let's draw in. The polyline is real easy, but that's just a term, an expression here. It would be nice to see this hold right here and use this previous point of resistance as a support and continue to go up, okay? That would be nice as we're looking at what we would expect here if we could try and continue to go up. There's no reason it can't. The only thing it will take is money. Okay, I was saying it needs a big influx of cash, right? Well, if it gets a big enough additional influx of cash, it can do just exactly what I discussed. There is no threshold limit on how high this can go. But we would like to see, and then around this line, we'd like to see this turn into support. Now, what line is that? Well, it's literally right along I want to say that's let's look exactly. That's the 38.2. That's the 38.2 Fibonacci, which you can see it literally came up to that. It acted as a resistance. It dropped back down, decided to power up through it. Now we would like to see that turn into a resistance and some immediate price action to the upside. Okay, and this is a phenomenal trade, guys. This is the kind of stuff that'll make your year a whole lot better. It'll make the next few months a whole lot better because we talked about the heavier amounts of cash doubling and tripling down the amount invested until you got to here, but just peppering it in very lightly. There's just a little bit of pepper. There's maybe $100. Nothing big up in this area, right? Maybe $200. Double that down. Triple that. Let's triple down. Okay, great. 600. I said it could be 600. It could be 6,000. Okay, this could be 300. It could be 3,000. This could be a 1,000. But always maintaining kind of a heavyweight approach on the downside, guys. At the cheaper prices we want to achieve, ultimately we want more coins at a lower price, guys. So that's what it's done for us here, and it's just a phenomenal reconfirmation of this group of you guys. What you're capable of is that you're very, very disciplined. Okay, you're able to take a rationale and implement it. And guys, the rationale is just business sense. It's just economics, guys. It's your business 101. It's your economics 101 in college. Okay, very fundamental principles. As the price goes down, you're going to have more demand. So that's what that's what the investment, the double and triple down, heavyweight, double and triple down. I mean heavyweight because there's more weight or more cash at the bottom. The double or triple down because every one of these tiers that you go down, you double or you triple down. Now, where did I get that? I just make it up? No, that is something that's discussed in public. Okay, it's not privatized information. It's not insider information. But that's the approach that the biggest dogs essentially the biggest investors, I'll say, biggest investors, the big dogs, but biggest investors are using right now in terms of their I'd say their involvement in the crypto space, particularly, may be applied in some other avenues, etc. But yeah, in the crypto space, that's what's being applied right now by the big investors, guys. I'm talking about the big institutional, competing with BlackRock, 3 to 6 trillion, big time stuff, guys. They're using this double and triple down. You'll hear them. We are prepared to double down at different levels. Great. Okay, so we're going to follow that. I want to be like those guys. Okay, those guys are making continual returns. So as much as I can in my own little, private trading life, and however I can help to educate you guys. That's the purpose. It's not for advice. Just education. Just pricing targets already configured, guys. Already configured by this exchange software. Okay, Binance is the biggest crypto exchange. They provide TradingView. This is a premium pro edition. It's got live pricing features. It's all tricked out. Okay, so in terms of the technical analysis that can go on, the financial technical analysis, yeah, I have a history as a financial analyst. I have a good solid history in terms of technology. So I've programmed for consulting companies. Okay, that the number one consulting company in the world. I've programmed finances for them before fintech was really fintech. So that, that's my history. So this is easy stuff in terms of how we can apply it. We just have to make sure that everyone's on the same page and that you're doing the right thing in the technology, in this software componentry, because you don't want to miss it, guys. You certainly wouldn't have wanted to miss this one, and a lot of you haven't. I know a lot of people on this channel, you're excited because you're in the money right now, 60%, 50, 60%. That's beautiful, guys. And if you're continuing to ride this is where it really helps to believe in your investment, because now you're making great money on a large amount of money in terms of a big investment, a large investment. You're making a great deal of money, right? This is a phenomenal return for you guys. And you want to know, essentially, when would it be wise for you guys to go ahead and blow the whistle and say, that's it, that was a good entry, right? That was a good trade. Now let's see if it can retrace a little bit. And what? Just like Elon did, well, he kind of peppered out, I'd say that. He decided to slowly disperse just a little bit of his Bitcoin. I think they're testing liquidity. You don't exactly have that same concern, but you do understand that an exit at some point would allow you to buy back cheaper. Now, in terms of the threshold here, let's look at the biggest previous gain that Harmony One has gone through. The biggest previous gain, I think, is this level at 85%, 88 to 85. Let's zoom in and let's see exactly. I think this is very relevant to you guys right now. It's just hugely important. Let's look at from this the point of that retracement up here. Yeah, you made 90%, guys, 91%, and we can get a little bit more precise on that. Every time you zoom in, guys, you're going to get a little bit more precise, and that's important. Let's see, we could also do it on the candles. It would show us a little bit more information. But yeah, you're looking at maybe 96%. You see, the more we zoom in, it's becoming more precise. If we wanted to go into the candles, what the candles are going to show you is a little bit more of the pricing action. When you get into this, one thing it starts to ignore, and I want you guys to be careful, okay? The line chart's pretty much, I'd say, relatively more consistent in terms of representing the opportunity that you most likely saw on your exchange. As you start looking at the line, as the wicks on the candles, etc. Guys, that's 107. If we go on the candles, it's 107. Just do understand that we're a line, we're a line chart, or essentially a line chart versus a candlestick. If you're looking at the candles versus the line, a line is going to, or the candles are going to show you the full breadth of not only the open and close of the price, essentially, but you're going to look at the full day's range. So you're going to look down all the way through. Let's say you're going to have the full range of it. Some of the exchanges are going to change, or not change, but they're going to offer a different or a lower price. Okay, the line chart is really where you need to be to kind of estimate your specific returns. Okay, that's kind of the consolidated, agreed upon price amongst all of the exchanges. Now, you may know on your exchange that you're always a penny more and you don't know why. Okay, you can't necessarily flip from one exchange and buy it at 14 cents and arbitrage over to another one and say I'm going to sell it now at 15 cents if that one's higher. You guys know you're kind of stuck with where you've bought at. So like Robinhood, for instance, will offer a cheaper, typically a less expensive product. But you can't move your stuff out of Robinhood. That's one of the things I think that will change when Robinhood looks at providing you guys some keys or some different kind of a mechanism by which you can withdraw things. And I think that's going to change the nature of what's done at Robinhood, and maybe why they haven't done it thus far, because they have those cheaper prices. So we looked in this. The more we zoom in, and when we go into candles, it's about 100%. Let's go into the candles on this and take a look. If we wanted to max that out, where are we at on this? And let's zoom in so we can get kind of the most accurate finding possible. Now that's really low right there. I'd say that's too low. If we go to the very low from that previous candle, and again, I think that dipped down too far into that. Some people really wanted a bargain, and the market maker said, "Come on, let's go up." That's 121% from that standpoint. Some of you may be up as much as 121%. That's phenomenal. Now, as we're looking at here, just in the candles, from the 61.8 to the 65%, that golden pocket, guys, you're looking at like 70% already. So this is precisely why we do the Fibonacci's. Is precisely why we do so many videos. It's just it is that crucial. 77% if we're looking at the candles. I don't know that that's reflected exactly in your exchange. I would want to see more in line with what's on the line chart. Okay, I think that line chart's going to be more indicative of what you individually are experiencing right now in your trades. If that's not the case, let me know. Go ahead and just let us know either on the Twitter or on the Discord. You'll find the Discord link on the front of the Twitter. And yeah, shout out. Excuse me. Sorry. Shout out to To all the alpha traders in our group, guys, we have people who have just dedicated, they're going to learn to trade, and we're going to try and provide them the best education we can in terms of the books that have helped us along the way, and some different stuff. We're going to share with you kind of the backdoor, kind of the secrets, okay, and some of the information. A lot of you are very excited when you learn it. You're like, I can't believe this stuff exists, and it's some really cool information, guys. You'll enjoy that the more you get plugged in. And let's see, so 56%, the question is going to be, are we going to turn this previous resistance, this previous level in here, kind of the first key fib level, extended down that 38.2 past the 23.6, okay? We're going to see whether or not, and you see it's just literally, it has crept up to that, it has used it as a resistance, now it wants to power up. Excuse me, I'm so sorry, pardon me. That is just me trying to get a little bit of breath here. Let's see. I went jogging again today. For some reason, I run out of breath more when I go jogging in the morning. You guys hear my dogs barking in the morning sometimes. Like, here we go. It's time for London to go jogging. But yeah, that's the case. I wear myself out some days. Work hard when I'm working out. Hope you guys are staying healthy and all your relationships are good, incidentally. As we see this resistance, then we see this power through. We'd like it to turn into a line of support. So it's really kind of status quo. That's what we're looking at on your phenomenal trade. And we're so glad that we were able to bring this to you guys here at the Crypto Kingdom. This is it's crypto with a K. You guys follow us on Twitter. You guys already know that. It's so easy. Type in the search box, The Kingdom. There you go. And scroll down to the bottom. We won't be in here. Scroll down to the bottom. Go to the Kingdom. There you go. And click on follow. Guys, we will bring you all these charts. Guys, we bring you pricing action and we bring you pricing targets. This is it's exactly, guys, that's exactly our pricing target. We've been talking this whole time. Be careful when you get here because there's going to be a heavier amount of investment. We've been saying that the whole time. Since this area was bad news, right? Make sure you have your cash available for this period in time right here. We said that so many times, guys. You know we said that so many times. So that's very beneficial. That's very exciting that you guys have entered it. And I know you entered into it with more money. I've told you there'd be more money available there. And why do I know that? Well, I know that you entered with more money because it sustained a higher price. Okay, more people went in at that level. Okay, it just makes sense. There's more price action, so there's more demand for it, and a lot of things have excelled here as we look at, but nothing like Harmony One. I don't see anything on the major board that has performed as well as Harmony One. And people have asked me in and out with the Dogecoin crew or the Bitcoin crew, why are you involved in Harmony One? Because guys, the pricing action is just phenomenal. It has literally produced it likes to wait, guys, sometimes 3 or 4 days, and then it'll give you 30 to 50%. Maybe it likes to wait a week. Sometimes it goes 10 days, and it's kind of frustrating. At 10 days, we have to wait 10 days to make 30%, 50%. So, it's like that. But we target up our trades, we target up our pricing entries, and it's a nice thing to look at, guys. It's just consistently good action. Let's take a look at Dogecoin quickly. And guys, we love both Dogecoin and we love Harmony One. We will not be haters around here. We want to be open-minded towards all the investments because any one of these or all of these or none of these could go completely to the moon, as you say. And we want to be, we want to be one of the more friendly groups here that is open to things that may make a lot of sense to people and things that may not make a lot of sense to people. Just, if there's a good group and they're nice, if they're nice and cordial, I think we'll be happy to discuss things with them and happy to support them as they support us. So you're looking at this, this entry, which is this the golden pocket here? This is. And we have a significant difference here. We have on this kind of abbreviated time schedule, this was just, I'd say, within a period of, let's look at the frequency here. How long is the duration? Okay, you're looking at, 2 weeks. Right at 2 weeks, you achieved all of this in Dogecoin. Now, it's looking like, you hit your golden pocket already. Okay, you hit your golden pocket and you guys aren't going through the roof. Well, it may be a function of you guys having a bigger market cap. It may have just cooled off. Maybe it was just time. Maybe someone's putting some money behind this or that one, and maybe they've decided to go with Harmony One right now. Maybe they want to build that up, or maybe it's just kind of on the schedule with Binance. That doesn't make it an easy solution, but you did max out here at about 40%. Okay, and we were fully involved in pricing targets here, and you guys know that we were involved in pricing targets literally here. Pricing target, bam, to the upside. Here, these are all tradable pricing targets, guys. Here, tradable pricing target here. So that's just the truth. That's exactly what has happened, and that's what's made the channel a lot of fun, because you guys are like, where are the next pricing targets? Like, well, let's work on them. Let's see what we got. In terms of going forward, what you're going to see with Dogecoin, I just tell you, you guys have flatlined. Okay, you are holding. You couldn't go too much more just directionally lateral on this deal. That's really a phenomenal hold pattern, guys. It's impressive. No one's even telling you to hold, and you are hammered down. You are literally just it's very impressive. So as you kind of look at this, I mean, look at this. That's very solid, guys. I don't know. I mean, what do you guys think? It kind of seems like it wants to go back up, and I don't really. If we collapse too much more on the downside, if we retouch, and let's get back through this, Harmony One just retouched on its golden pocket. Okay, so Harmony One may be a good indicator of what may happen with Dogecoin. Okay, it may be. Okay, it may get its own inspiration independent of any other model we could look at. But let's do consider Harmony One did hit the golden pocket. Okay, that 61.8 retracement. Okay, then it decided to loop over. It hit it again. That's when it decided to take off ballistically. Okay, that's when it has been up. Let's see the percentage here. It's gone up 50, 60, 70%, guys, depending upon your exact entry level. Again, we gave you the, what did we give you? The 10 cent and around this area. There were a lot of orders in here that built up and around this 10 cent area. Some people wanted a discount, which is fine. That's fine. But in and around from this period up, you're up 50% on your money, on heavy amounts of money. A lot of people put those orders in, guys, weeks ago when we were talking about it. We talked about it so heavily in terms of that being the key ratio that needs to be hit. So it did hit it though, and then it kind of waited and it hit it again. It may have faked some of you out, but I know a lot of you were just holding. A lot of you were just determined you were going to buy more at lower levels. Double and triple down again. That's phenomenal to hear, guys. That just keeps you in line with the demand curve. Okay, at higher levels, you're not going to have any demand. At lower levels, a little bit less expensive in this area. Maybe you start to pepper in some investments, just a little bit, guys. And as you go down, you double and you triple down the amount of investments. You're at $1,800 or $5,400 very quickly, or $18,000 and $54,000 very quickly. Okay, but if you don't have the $54,000, okay, or the $5,400 below you, then guys, you could get washed out. You could get washed out of your account. Essentially, that means no more. Okay, you don't get to trade anymore. We don't want to see that happen to people. So we want to see people learn to trade, enjoy to trade at these pricing targets, and do your own research. You guys always do your own research, confirm what you want to do, and bring us your ideas. If you have independent ideas aside from our own, we would love to hear that. So you did a double touch here on this key level fib, which is 61.8 to the 65. Okay, the percentage of retracement. And the important thing about that is what, guys? That's the key golden ratio. Okay, so you've hit that on Dogecoin. You may want to know, well, is Dogecoin really going to go up? Well, if we look at the history of, or let's compare. We do kind of a comparative over to. And what a drop there, huh? As you look at the candles, it's a completely different story. And again, I don't think that's representative of every single person's exchange. I think you did get that. I know some people who did get in on that, other people who didn't get on that. So let's talk about kind of the larger frequency basis here that we're interested in discussing right now. If we take a kind of a step back on the entirety of it, okay? And I realize there are some different reasons why we strategically difficult to say why. We may want to look at the other interval or not, or the candles or the line, or we may want to kind of raise this up a little bit or drop this down. For right now, because one is doing so well, Harmony One's doing so well, I'd rather look at this overall expanded view just for a moment to discuss whether or not it wants to hit this 61.8 again. That's just what I want to do right now. I want to take a kind of a break here to consider that. If it's going to break down anymore, okay, if it's going to break down anymore, it's probably going to, and it probably would just make sense to call this out, and it really is going to make a beautiful. Sometimes people use. It's funny how the Fibonacci's and kind of your baseline is people look. Sometimes people will always look left and try and determine kind of, okay, what is there to the left, and we can do a little bit of that, and then I'll show you how this matches up really well. Sometimes people will just say, okay, we want to kind of look left here, okay? Let's draw a horizontal line in and around this area of the price function here. Let's look left, and by look left, you'll start with where you're at, okay? And if it's going to go around here, let's kind of look left. There's a key area. Let's start right here. Let's say in and around here. All right, let's look left, and we have a we just went into the Forex menu. I didn't mean to do that. I've been doing that recently. as we look at that, let's see, Harmony 1, we're at Dogecoin. Yeah, we're at Dogecoin. Let's look left again, and let's decide, there we go, right on here. That's Alt H for you guys that want a shortcut. Alt H will give you a horizontal line drawn in Trading View, okay? Alt V, like a vertical. There you go. And Alt H. H will give you the horizontal. So that'll give you a horizontal. That's a hotkey for you guys to kind of play around with on your Trading View. All right, so as we look at these two levels, what's nice about it is, well, that's a predetermined level here. That's nice. And this is kind of a predetermined level in here. So always when you're going somewhere, like, just kind of look left for some price action, kind of see what may be important. You could even say, let's look left here, and let's do another horizontal line right here. You could kind of say, well, there's kind of an area in here. Yeah, that's kind of another area. And sure enough, it's kind of shown some resistance in and around this area. So that's just generalized. It's going to want to throw me back into that. What you like about this is if we reapply this Fibonacci into this zone, guys, it's going to be about the same. All right, it's going to be about exactly the same in terms of, well, we could just look left. This is what this accomplishes for us. You know, we could say at this point, as well as in addition to this other, and almost so much you can't even see it, there's almost a perfect confluence on these lines, okay, of the previous retracement levels, the 61.8. It's just perfect. It's right here. The 78.6. which is this previous high in here. That's that price action, okay, that's going to tell you that's probably another key area if you choose to go down. Now, the way to play this, okay, I'm just going to say one way to play it safely is that you would have more money available for the downside, guys, so that you're not overexposed if it decides to go down to that level. And you'd be willing to potentially really crank some cash in there, right? Double or triple down. Enough, I'm going to say this, enough to where you would cover any risk or exposure on the top levels. So that's not easy if you're really exposed with all your cash at the higher levels. You have to have enough at the lower levels to where you're able to acquire enough coins at an inexpensive price, guys. We want a low cost basis. That means a low cost per coin and a lot of coins, right? It takes discipline, and it takes not just making a decision, we want to invest in Dogecoin or we want to invest in Harmony One. No, it's at what price, okay? At what price are we going to invest in Dogecoin? We want to get the right price. We want to get a good price. We saw Harmony One again. We're wondering if that double touch is going to happen in and along this golden pocket, the 61.8. Okay, that's going to be key because we're looking right now at, and they can do different things, but it's an example and it's kind of staring us right in the face. We might as well talk about it because this is the golden pocket for Harmony One. Okay, it hit twice. It decided to roll over, hit twice, and now it's up 50%, guys. It's been rocketing all day long. And a lot of our guys are in this. A lot of people are active in this trade. I mean, a lot, guys. Up to we have 2,000 to, you know, sometimes depending on who's listening and what the topic is, maybe 2,000 to, what is it, guys? Maybe 5,000, 8,000. That's a lot of people who are actively trading, not just listening, not doing things. A lot of active technical traders that watch this channel. So a lot of you guys are doing very well in this. So since we hit this golden pocket, the 61.8, I want to see, okay, because that's when it got the real momentum and it decided to launch. And this is a little abbreviated. We can measure this up right now on that retouch, and you know it's just about at the high right now. 56, guys, 56%. I don't know. Maybe it wants to go up 75%, 80%, 100%. All it's going to take is more capital. If there's more capital available, guys, it'll continue to go up. That's it. If there's money available, it'll continue to go up. When the money starts to run out and it starts to dry up from the bulls, I'm just going to say it's going to start to kind of weaken here. Now we need to see this turn into a resistance. If this goes sideways, it's going to present a little bit different of a risk profile in terms of wanting to stay fully involved in the trade, because there hasn't been a whole lot, guys, and you guys have noticed this just in terms of the stair step. It's just been beautiful. Now this is just kind of as it becomes more lateral, guys. And sometimes I'll just say this: if it's if wide turns, what is that? The warning on the buses? Yeah, the whole wide turn thing is kind of turning out widely to the right. That's not necessarily a good sign in terms of staying, in terms of staying kind of safe in your trade. So that's typically if you're starting to see this resistance, and we might want to look at so we can analyze this. Let's look at the candles. It still looks pretty strong. As the more we would get into some like heavier, consistent red, you might want to look at kind of your position there. Now, you guys may want to hold. If you want to hold, I'll say that you guys have gotten in at what appears to be a good price. Fortunately, let's say this: I would like to get in a position. We'll talk about Doge and the application of the double hit on this Fibonacci and whether or not we can carry over that rationale, okay, to Dogecoin, because they're very similar. The charts are very similar. Dogecoin is done in about, let's say, what was that, 2 weeks? They've kind of recreated the entirety of this pattern within the last 2 weeks. Okay, so it's a relatively similar pattern though, and let's look at let's just compare them. And I talk about their long lost brothers or whatever they are, but they both have a lot of popularity. They were put down or stopped by Robinhood and Binance. Okay, Binance recently got involved again, I think, on Dogecoin, but saying there's not enough volume, or there's not enough server processing power. I was like, what? You're the largest crypto exchange in the world. You don't have enough server processing power to process Dogecoin orders? Like, what's going on? The same story we got about Robinhood early on in Dogecoin. The same thing we got, and this is why they must be related. One Harmony and Dogecoin, because we got the same story at the top of the interval here. With the Harmony 1, we got the same story, and along the top of this, what was it, 22 cents? Yeah, Binance told us, well, they couldn't handle the server load. We hear that all the time on all these different investments. At some point, it's just like, really? I mean, we can't be expecting to keep listening to that stuff. It's very difficult to hear that stuff. So the double hit in here, as we get into, let's go back to Doge and see if we get a double hit potentially in and along this. And I don't like this on the candles. I want to get into the line for right now to kind of prove this point. Would we want to go back down to this 0.618 in this region in terms of getting a retest at this, just like what we saw in Harmony 1? Okay. Now, if we carry over the rationale, I just think it's interesting to look at it as to whether or not that would essentially, if that would. The same rationale would be it would want to hit back at this golden pocket, and then it might want to accelerate to the upside, drastically accelerate to the upside. So I don't know that that's going to occur, but it is what's happening right now to a somewhat similar chart in the form of Harmony 1, this being Dogecoin, okay, which has gone through a retracement within a period of days. And that's the question: is it going to want to hit back into it, retest this level at 61.8? Because it's a key level, guys. And you would ask, well, why is it a key level on one and not the other? Well, the other did retouch on it before it decided to take off. So it's a possibility. I'm not going to say that's likely, okay? That's even a possibility that we would look at it and say, okay. So you guys who are holding at this level, what I would anticipate is that you have more funds available at lower levels to accumulate, okay? You have a reserve amount of cash at the lower level, and you're not risking being overexposed at this level. Okay, so irrespective of what it does, if it decides to touch back or just go up, or it decides to really hammer through to the next level, that 786 on this fib, okay, on this fib, if it decided to go back down into this level, you're prepared to triple down. You're prepared to put in an extra amount of money or something like that. You've decided that you're able to cover your position, or you're going to hold. Maybe you just want to hold. But in terms of people who want to trade, the only way to cover yourself if it goes down into this level, guys, the only way to cover yourself is by having more money and getting more exposure at the lower level. So it's not really me saying, well, this would be the investment that needs to. It's not that at all, guys. It's just in order to rationally cover an upside position, unless you sell out and you're willing to get in at the lower level. And I'm not betting on it going down at all, okay? I'm not saying that whatsoever. So don't get that wrong impression. I just know that literally, guys, this right here is a trading opportunity. That's just a fact. This right here is a trading opportunity. That's a fact. Why do I know? Because we called out those exact trading opportunities. That right there, an exact trading opportunity. Every one of those has been an exact trading opportunity. Bam, you're in. Bam, you're in. Bam, you're in. Those are pricing targets. So that's what we do here. Just like on Harmony 1 right now, we gave the exact pricing target. Your next major target, I would say, if it's going to hit again at this level, some exposure might be interesting, because of what we see, go on, and it can occur again. It's nice to have some exposure. The heavier amount of exposure, let's back up. The heavier amount of exposure would happen at that 786 and around the 14.6 in terms of the pricing, about the 14.6 thereabouts, something like that. All right, and we can hone in on that figure a little bit more. Feel like maybe we could 14.4. We could hone in a little bit more. I feel like we should. So let's do the something along the lines of that. So yeah, it looks like 15, guys, and around 15. and just a safe bet in and around 15. That looks like a safe bet for that next pricing target on Dogecoin. If it decides to go down, I think that's a reasonable level to anticipate that you're going to see some positive price action, guys, and you're going to be able to enter into a trade. If you entered in around the golden pocket, okay, and if you've held, that's fine. If you think that's a good level of accumulation, that's great. If you're going to retest this golden pocket, it could take off just like Harmony One. It could, or it could give you another opportunity to trade here, and then it could go down, okay, to the 78.6 and around the 15-cent mark, and then you could get a launch to the upside, okay? Then you could capitalize, or it may just be you want to make another 15-20%, guys. So that could be the case. So I'm not going to tell you exactly what could happen. I'm just going to tell you what are the levels, what are the pricing targets that you're likely to experience a positive trajectory to the upside, a positive trade, a 10, 15, or 20%. Okay, so that's the bottom line in terms of that's your price target. In along this, that was the 61.8 at 20 cents, 20 and 6 cents. This here is the 78.6 or the 15-cent mark, 15-cent mark. So irrespective of that, let's go back to, and again, the double touch is possible. Okay, back to, you want to say, well, it needs to go up because it hit the golden pocket. Well, okay, it hit the golden pocket already, but that's not to say it's going to behave exactly like something else. It's a key ratio to kind of to achieve. Okay, people say, what are you achieving on the downside of anything? This is for example purposes, guys. But what are you achieving in getting a negative price? Well, it's kind of a golden ratio for a reason. That 61.8 to 65 is a golden ratio. Okay, it's retraced 65%. You say, well, it doesn't need to do that. Well, it did it here, guys. It probably did it here. It may have done it in some of the other levels too. It does it up along the way, and we don't really recognize it. When we talk about doing it on the whole, you're saying, well, you're achieving a negative price. Well, you are, because you're getting in at a better price. You're able to get in at a price that suits you and is more likely to result in a profit. So yes, that's an achievement. Okay, and it's also structurally necessary, kind of in terms of the growth module or the growth characteristics of the price of something. It is very much kind of necessary. That's why they call it the golden ratio, guys. So this is just, that's the golden pocket that we're looking at there. So we saw the retest here, and it hit Harmony One, hit it twice. This is the golden pocket, the 61.8 to the 65% retracement. Okay, we deal with fibs all day in and all day out on this channel. Why? Because they give us pricing targets. And what can you do with those pricing targets? You can schedule up buy orders. If you disagree and you have different targets, that's fine. That's beautiful. That's come up with your own targets. Share them with us if you have them. If they're different, that would be great. What we're trying to get here is a reconfirmation. Okay, we've blasted through what appeared to be, and this was just that fib level. Okay, this was that 38.2 fib at the 14-cent mark. Okay, we used that 14-cent mark, that 38.2, as kind of a resistance. We ran into resistance, uncharacteristic. You guys have to understand. Yeah, we went up to that. It showed resistance. We blasted through it. Now we'd like to see that turn into support. Okay, we'd like to see that turn into support, and we'd like to see this kind of maybe just go down for a second and then go back up. Okay, that'd give us a confirmation of this line acting as a level of support, and we think that would be great for the price of it if it continues to go to the upside. You guys are in a position now, you're heavily in the money, guys. You're very heavily in the money, so it's going to be up to you in terms of what you want to do. That's phenomenal. Just congratulations to everybody. If you could leave in the comments right now, if you could go ahead and put yeah, you're welcome, Ninja. I appreciate that. If you guys could put where you're from, I'd like to know worldwide where you guys are from. If you're from the States, let me know where, because we have a new alpha trader, Bianquita from Argentina. We want to say a shout out to her. She's really great, and we're so happy to have her. We've got some guys from all over, from Canada, from the States, just from everywhere, and we'd like to know where you guys are from, and if I could see that. Yeah, it'd be fantastic. It'd be really nice to see. Let's see. What do you have in the comments coming out? Also, you guys do know about the Twitter. I'm sure you guys know that. You know about you know about everything in terms of our Discord. That's at the top of our Twitter, just so you know. The first one of the first pinned tweets. It's a pinned tweet. This is the Discord server. And guys, we've had Dogecoin, Bitcoin, Harmony One, and it's that pricing action, guys. You see the pricing action today, it's up 50-60%. The pricing action is phenomenal on Harmony One. That's why we like to trade it. It's beautiful to enter in on our pricing targets, and it's just a huge, it's huge money. You guys know that. It sounds odd, but it's huge money. It adds up, and it's very nice in terms of price action. So again, on the search box, guys, you'll just type in the kingdom, okay? Type in the kingdom, Real easy. The Kingdom. This is the Crypto Kingdom. I am London. And you can do go to at the Kingdom. You'll scroll down. It's not going to be one of these people on top. We are here. Go to the Kingdom. It's a very generic, name, the Kingdom. So we're specialized. Somehow we're outside of that main group. Go ahead and click on follow. Turn on the notifications, and we'll be able to deliver you accurate information in a timely manner. And it's going to be really nice. You guys have already jumped in the mix. We got everyone from Henval to Anonymous to Marvi to Michelle to all kinds of people that are following us. That's really great to see. I appreciate that, guys. And just a few here that have. We'll do a little shout out to you. What's up, Hilwin Hernandez? What's up? Howard, what's up? H Cruz, what's up? Ben Wang, you guys are doing great. Ben Wang. Nice to see you guys. We have, I think yesterday we got 50 or 60 new people on Twitter, so that's nice. Make sure you make it over to the Discord. That first link, again, that first link is the Discord, and we just have a good time there, guys. We have a lot of smart, intelligent people who are looking to trade. If you guys are Doge holders in the crowd, I asked for the where you guys were from. If you're Doge holders in the crowd, go ahead and put me a hand up. Put a hand up in the chat, and I'll know kind of the demographics of what we have going on. And if you know, let's see if you guys are. Let's see if you're new to the chat and you just got in, you haven't been in since the beginning. Can you put a thumb up or put a like? Just go ahead and hit the like button, and then I'll know kind of who all's here, what we should cover. Because we covered some things in the beginning. We do a stream because everyone has different schedules, and some people are overseas. So if you put a thumb up, that will let me know kind of who's been here for a while or who's kind of new, and you might want to hear something that we went. If I can talk, we went over in the beginning. It's kind of a tired day, a little bit tired. Good workout and just a long day. But I was like, you know what? We're up 50%. If anyone's going to do a live stream right now on Harmony One and Doge and Bitcoin, it's going to be us. I got to tell you, because even with Bitcoin, you guys know this, right? With Bitcoin, what happened? Well, Elon Musk comes out and says, he's starting to sell Bitcoin. And what have we been doing the whole time? With a crowd that just wants to hold forever with Doge. It hadn't been easy. I'm like, you have to understand our purpose, right? We trade. We're there to act as the bulls on levels of support, right? And I think you guys understand, now Papa Elon is selling his Bitcoin. Now in the background, if he's decided to sell his Bitcoin and just accumulate more Dogecoin, I'm gonna give him such mad props, on a permanent level. He has just officially won the coolest guy in the world award. But I don't think Tesla's doing that quite yet. I think that would be a little bit ambitious to think of, but I like the thinking nonetheless. So what we've done is we have cranked through this. Now last night we came up with this on a derivative analysis. We'll go over that real quickly again, just so you guys understand, okay? Just so we understand, all right? When we looked at this last night, I said it's likely that we would go up from this level, okay? I said it was likely that we would not even break down from this triangle everyone was talking about. So very few people got this right. We did. 25% retracement was achieved in between the peak here at about the 65,000 and this level of the 48,000, okay? 25% retracement. And we did kind of a derivative analysis. We looked at the previous peaks and the percentage at which they had retraced, okay? That percentage we got into was 26%, okay? So 26%, we measured this out in and around also. So 26, we measured this one out as, what was that? About 16, okay? And then we got 26, 16, and we're at what here, 25? It's like, yeah, we've kind of reached the threshold. Pretty simple analysis, right? And pretty simple analysis. So I was kind of expecting this kind of intimated. I kind of hinted the fact that it could reasonably kind of go back up. It has. It's crept up against that top level fib, and it would be nice to see kind of a I'd say a kind of a symmetrical recovery here. This kind of looks like what it's trying to do. It's trying to it's used that as kind of a level of support. It's dug in and it's going up, right? So that's what we anticipated when we started the show tonight. That's what we thought would happen. I'd like to see something kind of symmetrical like that. I think it'd be real easy, just really kind of easy stuff. And there's no reason it can't go up and use this previous level of this previous high in here, about 60, 63, I guess on up to 65. It may want to delve around a little differently in some areas that it's had some frustration with. So, and that may take a while to get through, but it is powering to the upside. So it'd be nice to see something symmetrical, at least in and around to this zone. And guys, all that is for you guys who hold your altcoins. And it's interesting because people don't like to talk about Bitcoin, but that's a lot of room for you guys to grow. As Bitcoin does well, you guys will surge, okay? So you'll be able to surge while Bitcoin tries to recover into that zone. I think we're good on Harmony One because it looks like it is trying to zoom on up. That is what it looks like. It's getting a little positive action as Bitcoin is right now. May not even want to retest this. It may come back and retest. This has kind of a pretty decent kind of curve on it. It has a little bit of negative price action. It did decide to go down. What is this? It decided to drop about 6% here, and so we may see another slight, maybe a slight drop into that level and around the what is this level? 14-cent mark. So you guys are doing phenomenally well. There's no reason to question that. You're still leading the pack, and amongst the Thetas, the V chains, the XRP. It looks like H-bar is doing well. Someone discussed that with me earlier on today. It's been doing pretty well, H-bar. So I don't know if you guys have any questions or anything like that. I just wanted to do a live stream so you could understand that, like, yeah, we'll be here for you. You got you Harmonauts and you Dogecoin guys and you Bitcoin guys, everything else will be around. And yeah, some additional, there's about 189 people watching. If you guys could hit that thumbs up button, I would very much appreciate that very much. That Discord link, I'm about to pin the Discord link so you guys can, James Bond has put that in here. James Bond is one of the coolest guys you'll ever deal with, guys. He's just phenomenal. That Discord link just popped up in the top of the chat. James, thank you, brother. You are fantastic. Yo, London. Yo, y'all. Yo, community. James is so great. He's on the Discord and just really blessing of a guy. Real great guy. So you guys can follow that Discord link and you can have a good time there. Just join us. Just do know the rules, guys, that we're very professional. We have some fun. We love to laugh. We love to have a good time, but we love to look at pricing targets. We enjoy a professional kind of decorum. There's no targeted anything, and we do own the rights to that Discord. So it is our property, right, and interest, and a lot of relationships that are at stake. And we're very serious about that. So we appreciate all you guys tuning into that. I don't know if there are any other questions that you guys would like. I'll probably wrap this up relatively soon, okay? Just to let you know. Do you think ADA is good? Great question on ADA. It had some amazing price action recently, guys. ADA actually had some amazing price action. For me to say that, it must have been amazing. But you gained, what was that in the last day? I looked at this earlier on today because you had a run up about 20%. So congratulations. It's kind of frustrated in a sideways channel, and if you want to swing trade it, I don't think there's much in the form of negativity that can come out of, in between that range. Let's just look at that between the $1.05 and that $1.47. You can make a great amount of money, but it's just the frequency with which I'm seeing that. I don't talk long term in terms of an overall projection. People want to know what price something's going to. I'm not really concerned about that. That's fine if it goes up. As it goes down and it goes up, or as it goes up and then it goes down, I'm going to make some money. So that's the way I'm going to look at things. And I want to get in at a good price and be able to capitalize on the different dynamics that are going on in terms of prices. As it becomes, let's say, oversold, overbought, you can look at your RSI, etc. Those dynamics play out continually. That's something that I would want to look into. That's something I would want to set my pricing targets on ADA. It's already been up to $1 previously, 2018. I think this round it has a little bit better of a chance of breaking out of this zone. If you wanted like a guesstimate, maybe it could do that. I'd kind of, honestly, say that maybe it wants to do that. If Bitcoin can break out in and above its high again, I would anticipate that ADA is going to break out of this $1.50 mark. But it's at $1.50. That's not a bad mark for ADA. If we zoom out a little bit and look at kind of where it's been, just so we know, that's excuse that random line. As we look at that, you're lucky you haven't gone into a retracement already. I'm going to say that you've shown a lot of strength where some others might have literally gone into a retracement. So you've shown a lot of strength actually to get to the point you're at. If you can keep from folding down and retracing at all, because on the macro you haven't really retraced. You haven't hit your 50% or your 61.8. All the other concerns we're looking at have hit that 50%. Okay, the 61.8%. That's just what Harmony One hit down in here, down in about 80 cents. So I would say that potentially, I guess that floor support that you've reached at $1 is really sticking, and that's positive. If you can continue to hold that, the world is yours. So that's my thoughts on ADA or Cardano. So that's probably the best rundown I've done of Cardano thus far. So yeah, I appreciate you guys being here and asking that kind of question. So let's see, someone asking on, let's see, I think Litecoin. They want to know on Litecoin. We can look that up real quickly. Let's look up LTC, USDT. I think that's going to do it, right? Let's see what LTC is doing right now. Because, wow, you've been doing nicely, right? Yeah, you've been doing nicely. You've got a nice, I mean, you're moving very, very smoothly through this kind of upward channel here, and it's just been very predictable for you. So that's nice as long as you can maintain that channel that began, you know, in around the December area. So it's just very predictable. That's a very, very stable looking kind of investment. That's really nice. What I would do, I always on a channel, I want you guys to know, on any kind of a channel trade, I always, and you're at what the current price is, in around 252 in December. What was it? November, it was about 63. So you've more than tripled your money since late last year. That's nice. I always draw in, I like to draw in another line in this area if I'm dealing with a channel trade. And if you guys want to swing trade this at all, if you're looking for overall accumulation or appreciation in price, it looks like it is doing that on a continual basis. As I look at this, I'll normally change the color, and then I will want to, let's just change the color. Let's just do that to a light blue. That'll give us the effect we want. Well, I said that'd give us the effect we want. There we go. Show text. I don't want that. Now it's going to mess with me on this. What I'll try and do is I will try and for some reason it doesn't. There we go. Thank you. Let's do a green. Let's do the light blue again like we wanted. And let's do the type of line. I like to do like a dotted line. This will give you some ideas in terms of coming up with an entry point on this. As you like Litecoin, if you like to trade Litecoin, we like to look at, okay, what's the entry spot here in this zone, in this channel? Okay, the zone that's it's continually kind of met again and again, that we can say that's a pretty good entry spot. So, and we'll raise it up to be less conservative, or we'll drop it down to be more conservative. Let's do a kind of a red line in there. I think that'll give us a good picture of kind of what I'm talking about, that dynamic. Typically on something like this, I would look at the channel and I would say that's what I want to achieve, is that somewhere in the red zone. If I can get into the red zone, I'm probably going to be pretty good in terms of the profitability, and I'll probably, you know, want to take, you know, whatever the percentage is, but it's been pretty consistent in terms of delivering that. So you're in a decent area right now. It's not too scary in terms of where you're at in terms of continuing to trade this. It is getting compromised a bit, I'd say, but it's nothing that's preventative at this point. I personally probably would wait until it got back down into the red zone and then want to trade it. I wouldn't just jump on in there, because that's a significant difference in between, like I said, that red zone, that zone of likelihood, or let's say that profit zone. I would not want to compromise the 17% there. I wouldn't want to lose that 15 to 17% in between my entry spot and where it's at right now. That's just from a pure trading perspective, okay? Just pure trying to achieve alpha, trying to get the gains in excess of the market. It's going to do well. It's been doing well irrespective, but I would like to do better than it does, and continue to buy in low prices at the bottom of the channel, or along the support lines. So let's see what we have here. Earnings are green again. Anything else? Anything good? Hot. You guys want to look at hot? I'll look at hot. Let's see what we got. Be happy to. HOT, USDT. I always do USD, United States, the tether. I always do that, and that's not a. This is just not funny, because I drew these out and I'm like, well, who wants to draw this out? I had done this very quickly. I looked at it for like 2 seconds. Someone wanted me to do it, and I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and do this. But you know, that's very unfortunate, that I decided to draw this deal. I mean, no one really draws it, but I'm like, that's all we have to go on. And normally I need some more data, but that's all that it's done, is literally stay in that channel. So that's all the data that was there, and I'd like to say I was trying to form a bull flag. But yeah, I didn't put this up here because it didn't really look like it was trying to do anything significant, but it has kind of blocked that off. So it's showing a lot of pricing action. What I would do on this, I would draw a fib, and I would trade it on the fibs in terms of on the way down. I would try and establish kind of a profit strategy on this, and I don't think it's too difficult in terms of the overall approach here. Let's look at the fib retracement. Let's take it from the bottom line here. Let's draw this up. And sure enough, perfectly, huh? You've hit your golden pocket, okay? So that's why you have more pricing action here. It's just what Harmony One is doing. Immediately, you've hit your golden pocket. And it looks like your high is in and around the 20-cent mark. Very, very familiar story, okay? You hit 20 cents, you've started to retrace. Just about like what Harmony One has done. Harmony One hit its golden pocket, it's up 50%. You've hit your golden pocket, and you're up, not bad, 33%. That's a good trade. Okay, clearly that's a defined level. That's something that people would have gotten in on. So nice job, nice trade. In terms of how much stamina that will have, I guess you're just going to kind of have to see how much cash it's going to bring. But for me, that's a good trade. The 30% is a good trade. If I can string together a few 20s and 30s, I double my money. That's the way I look at my 2x opportunity. Is I don't have to get this to go up to $1 from 20 cents. I don't have to get this to multiply by 5 to get a 5x on this. I can do that within the pricing structure as it decides to dance around wherever it wants to dance around. I can essentially target those prices and see where things are going. In terms of the next target price on the downside, I'm going to say it's got to run up quite a bit, and I want to see a run up. The good point of a good run up is that if you can establish yourself back into a bull trend, you can get into something which you can then recalculate on a fib level, guys. Then you can say, okay, this is our new fib. Then you have entirely new retracement levels to start to trade, okay? And that's very important. So you want to see if it can achieve that on the upside. If it can't, it's a real simple equation. If it can't achieve that up on the upside to where we're able to recalculate, then we just know it's either going to retouch again, it has a chance to take off to the upside. If it does that, it's kind of the compound effect we're seeing on Harmony One. You're in the first phase. You've only hit it once. Harmony One showing us if you hit the golden pocket twice, that 61.8 to the 65%, you have a chance of just going ballistic. So launch mode, overdrive. So if it goes back down to the 78.6, your price you're looking at is going to be around your next target on that. It's going to be around what is that? Let me make sure I've got this right. It's going to be around. Well, yeah, you need to maintain that for sure. Wow, because your lower price, it's 1 cent now. 1 cent has gone up to 1.5, and it's been up to. I'm sorry, it's 2, not 20. This is hot coin. Well, 2, not 20. Well, lest my eyes deceive me. It's 0.002. Well, we normally don't cover things this small, so I guess this is why it's hot. So we have to look at that. I normally don't cover hot coin. It's doing the same thing. It's nice because it has the same pricing action as the other coins that we're looking at that are just literally 10 times this same amount. So you guys, whether we look at this or whether we look at today, I looked at the Japanese index, and let me see if I can pull that up. You guys will get a kick out of this. Let me look at Japan. On this Japan. Let's look at the chart on Japan. You guys will I think you'll really like this. Japanese. There you go. Look at this, guys. This is the Japanese market, the collective Japanese market. Look at this. It's the same thing as HOT. It's the same thing as Harmony One. Same thing as Dogecoin. This is the entire Japanese market. All right, this is a technical analysis book that we use with our alpha traders. So this is the entire Japanese market here, okay, over a period of years, okay, over a period of years. And look at what we're looking at right now. Literally just the same exact thing in the form of something that's worth a penny to 2 pennies, all right? So the dynamic is going to work, okay? The structured, the Fibonacci's, everything's going to work, whether it's 20 cents, whether it's 2 cents. It's kind of humorous that I'm looking at something that's 2 cents, and it might as well be 20 cents. It's the same dynamics that are put into play. So, yeah, it's very interesting from the aggregate, okay, from the aggregate on the macro to the nano here on even the smallest concerns. So yeah, that's what I can say is on the up and on the downside, and on the downside it's going to be 0.006. So that's going to be your target. It's really 0.007. So that may be a great opportunity to get in if it's just having some. I don't like that though. From March, April to May, it's a long time to kind of wait just around on something small. If you have some extra cash, maybe that's what you guys would like to do with your money. So I don't know. We'll see what all that wants to create in terms of pricing action. So, yeah, Dogecoin is doing relatively well. It's trying to pick back up. The big story now is Harmony One. It's beat all of its rivals right now, and I guess maybe it wants to settle down a little bit. Maybe it doesn't. But we're just so happy for the guys who had your pricing targets and did really well. XRP chart. You want to see XRP? So do I. we brought you XRP at 80 cents, and it literally was just like, this is an incredible opportunity. Like, can I shut down the building and do a public service announcement? So I did that as much as I could in the form of a video to give you guys, because I mean, just seriously, if you know XRP and the history of XRP, it's a really phenomenal. It was a phenomenal event. We were able to bring it to you around this level right here after the first after the first little move up here, and I think you went up. What was it? After that, you went up. Oh, and not there. No. We brought it to you at. Oh yeah, we brought it to you right there. I guess it's already there. That's fine. Blended in with the Fibonacci's. So what we've got here, you got up into the 145% after the original video that we brought you, and it was a quick, easy double, guys. An easy double based upon the charts and the history. This is an easy move. So right now you're on retracement. It looks like it's doing well. It's hit that golden pocket, okay, just like Harmony One, and it's doing really phenomenally well, guys. We let you know about this one earlier on, so the fact that it's doing well, that's great news. Harmony One's doing better than Ripple. That's a big deal. That Harmony One's doing better than XRP. I just have to say that's a big deal, guys. That's impressive. But we'll see what happens. It'd be nice to see Harmony One get some additional market cap involved in it, and it certainly is right now. And you guys are doing phenomenally well with it. So XRP, and I like XRP. XRP has a lot of upside, and just a lot of potential to drive a stake in the heart of anything that's in the top kind of market caps. It can disrupt the whole market. So can Dogecoin. And Harmony One is building, and all these fun guys from VeChain to Ethereum. You guys want to look at Ethereum or anything like that? Maybe not. BTT is going higher than $1 this year. Everyone wants things to go to $1. I don't care if they go to $1. I just say that because I like to trade, and I like to help the people who want to get it there to $1. So when it falls off at all, I like to be there in terms of the strategy, being there to acquire more when it does fall and there's any kind of a greater price. I don't like playing so much how high will it go while it's going there. I'm not real big into that. I like locking in my returns, because if you pay yourself, if you make sure you get paid, you're never going to go broke, guys. And locking in consistently good returns at your fib levels. And it sounds difficult, it seems difficult, but guys, every time it goes up, it's going to go down. All right, we have the fib levels. They're calculated as part of the program. So it's very simple to say, yes, we're going to, let me see what we got here. I got a notification here. Not a big deal, not an urgent deal. But every time it does go up, it's going to go down. Okay, so let's just understand that as it does that, we're going to pick it up. So you guys who want it to go to $1, all I can tell you is that we'll be there, with the strategy to pick it up along the way when it decides to drop. So that's how we kind of work together. That's how we function. So that's why we're here for you guys, and you guys are there for us on the upside. It's a good community overall, and we really appreciate you guys. I have got to pull up some new Twitter members. It looks like some new Twitter members. Let's get into just a few people that decided to join the Twitter, and this is exciting. Let's look at notifications. Looks like Violet, huh? Violet is here. All right, Violet, welcome, Violet. It's really nice to have you here. Beautiful picture and nice horses on your Las Vegas, Nevada. You guys want to see Violet? What beautiful horses, huh? Beautiful picture as well. We'll say that again. So thank you so much. You're into healthcare and startups. We love that. Thank you for your service here recently during all of the calamity. Dramadan. Thank you for being here as well. You guys are doing great. We have a YOLO supporter. You only live once. That's great. Let's look back at the charts real quickly. Yeah, XRP's taken off. You guys may do extremely well. It may continue to run if it's getting this kind of an attention. All these really are now. You're looking at VeChain's up 5%, Theta's up 5%. One is up, actually Theta, I'm sorry, is up 6.7% actually. One is up a little over 6%, 6.43. Really, they don't tell the whole story here with all these new kind of reset figures here. We know one is up about 50%. So XRP, a lot of potential, guys, a lot of potential. They're gonna probably follow the same crew. We just looked at XRP that hit its golden pocket, Yeah, Harmony One just hit the golden pocket. Now XRP is underperforming Harmony One. Harmony One's gotten a little more attention, but that's just Harmony One, guys. Harmony One can it just does that. It will impress you if you're with another coin. I promise. Once you get into a trade with Harmony One, you'll be like, wow. Yeah, it's like, yeah, it just likes to run. It's got good legs on it. It's got a good program to it. So we like that quite a bit. That's what we enjoy doing on the program, is coming up with those pricing targets. So to congratulate everybody, I just can do that very easily because I know there are so many people who are involved. Let's do the more from London. Yeah, and that's so nice. Let's go ahead and put this in real quick and quickly. Shout out to our moderator, James Bond. What a great guy. He's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet. He's in our Discord. And guys, in the Twitter, go ahead and what you can do is just, and I'll let you know because we have a great group, guys. On the profile, what you can do is you can look at the first pinned tweet. That's our Discord. Okay, so you can look at the Discord and you can enjoy that. We have, some of the tweets, we have thousands of people who, respond to some of the tweets. We have other ones that's just, it's kind of a light crowd. Not everyone's into the Discord. Not everyone wants to interact and talk about technical analysis, but we like to trade. We like when the bulls march in, that would be us buying, and that's what we would like to get involved with. So I have repinned this tweet on the top. And that repinned tweet is going to be, let me see. I think that's the most accurate, up-to-date, let's see, unpinned message. I think that current pinned tweet in there is actually going to be something that is a valid invitation. Let's make sure on that to the Discord. There you go. Yeah. You're invited to the Discord right there. So, guys, I just wanted to come tonight and just to give you an update. It's kind of a short stream, but I wanted to make sure all of you guys knew that we love you, on every different spectrum. You guys are doing great. You're meeting your targets in terms of your pricing targets. And join us in the Discord. Another shout out to our alpha traders, okay? To Kent and to Kenny and to even Chris and Al, okay? To all you guys, to Bianquita. The new alpha trader. So you guys are working real hard. We're getting through a lot of material there in Discord. You're learning what pricing targets are. You're learning how to lock in those 20%, 30%, maybe experience those 50% gains like today on Harmony One. So it's been a great day for Harmony One. I wanted to make sure and just bring up and kind of finish it out stoutly. I'll say that. And for Bitcoin, you guys are back up in kind of where you belong, and you've broken back through. It looks like you're hopefully gonna experience some of this positive action up and around at 57,000. So congratulations to all you guys. It's just a stellar day, and take care of yourselves. Make sure and invest, okay? Make sure and invest not only in the market, in your coins, etc., but invest in all those relationships, guys, that you thought was really important before you got super involved in the market, okay? Because the market can go away, those relationships never should, okay? Always invest in those other relationships, and I just bring that up as a matter of fact. It's just a kind of a personal, not a coach methodology or anything like that. Just kind of a nice way to kind of reframe your thoughts and maintain those relationships in your life. Just so you know, this is not financial advice. None of this is. It's just kind of educational in nature. I do have a financial background, so it can get a little confusing sometimes for people. I appreciate that. And we appreciate you. Thanks for our loyal subscribers. For those of you who are new, turn on the subscriptions and the notifications, and you'll see how we communicate and come up with these pricing targets. What a phenomenal day. That's it for now. We will talk to you later. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have some great news, and we'll come see you. We'll come see you soon. Thanks to all our moderators, Oz, Red Raider, and